right, guys, game time on Atlantis Spaceship, and in the left side of the map, our blue Zerg player from Team Slayers looking to get his first win in this best of 9, work towards maybe tying things up a bit. It is Slayers CoCa, and at the top of the map in the red from the Team Startail, winning 2 games already on his way to a possible 5-win victory to take home the $500 prize plus a $100 bounty on CoCa's head. It is StarCraft.
That's right. So we'll see what both these players are going to offer. Now, this is a very, 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 very good map for that 3-base no hatch build. 3-base no hatch, 3-base no gas build. And I gassed so much over the weekend. Quit that. So let's see here. So I expect CoCa to go down, very aggressive route. Now, because of the walk distance here, if your opponent isn't going for a super quick 2-base timing, which Squirtle could very well do, it's pretty easy to stay a little bit defensive and head up to Tier 3 tech very quickly. Can lead towards a very long game. So there's a lot of possibilities on this map.
Well, CoCa, he's just really good at responding to things oftentimes. And what we've seen a lot is, for example, if a player goes Stargate, he'll usually get, Hydras, but then just enough Hydras that he can switch into Corruptors to handle the Colossi that the Protoss players are going to make. CoCa likes to play a very predictive style. So what CoCa does, I think this game and the other games we'll see, is going to depend a lot on what Squirtle chooses to do. So Squirtle, he does really like his RoboPlay. Game 1, we saw the Immortals come out. This game is a game where you can easily open with Stargate and go into that Colossus play that he's been enjoying doing lately in this matchup. But you can also do, a lot of cool +1 attacks too. So we'll see.
Yeah, and it looks like Squirtle opening up Nexus first, Forge afterwards. And look at this, CoCa taking his base over at the rich Vespian Geyser base.
Interesting. Okay, so CoCa, despite the fact that he's 2 games down, is going to go ahead and try to take a big risk here. And there's a fairly good chance that this will not be scouted by Squirtle. It's not a very often scouted area for a probe in this matchup. So I think he's going to probably get away with it for a while, honestly. I'd be a little bit shocked if Squirtle went in and scouted that right away. If he did, he'd have like this Gosu telepathy power that nobody really knew about. Because I don't think they get that in Pokemon. What is that probe going to do?
Here's the thing, is that it's likely, though, that Squirtle's going to come back and check the 3rd. And once he sees that the 3rd's not there, he'll probably check it in about a minute and a half, maybe. If he's checking on normal times. Now, that could end up being disaster if he doesn't. But if he does, he should be able to pick up on this 3rd base over at the Rich Vespian Geyser pretty easily.
Yeah, what CoCa's going to want to do is make sure that he finds that probe and kills it off. And he's trying right now. You can see he's sending another Zergling up the bottom of the map to try to find that probe that scouts. He doesn't want, like you said, Squirtle to see that there is no 3rd base in the normal location. It is, in fact, at the location with the rich Vespin gas. Now, the question is now, that we know this, what is CoCa going to use this for? This base, you take it because you do get a lot of extra gas income for that. Good reason to do it. Oh, no, the Zergling wasn't on attack move. And the probe went right past it. He's going to see that there is no 3rd base and then possibly decide to go and scout. For all he knows, there could be 2 gas in the main too, but I don't think there's anything stopping that probe from getting into the main. But no, he's going to go right up and scout that location immediately, it looks like. And, yep, there it is.
Yep, so he sees it. All right, well, how is Squirtle going to react to this? He knows that his opponent wants to power ahead with a good bit of gas. Now, for all intents and purposes, though, CoCa can pull this off like any other 3-base build. This base isn't that much farther away than your normal 3rd would be in terms of connecting creep to it, and he's already being very diligent about sending creep tumors over there. So
that is true.
So CoCa can still turn this into a very normal 3-base no-gas build.
Squirtle immediately scouted that and started +1 like on the second that his probe saw it. So I think we are going to see a bit of an aggressive gateway timing out of him as well. We'll have to see no 3rd and 4th gas yet. So that would seem to indicate that it is a possibility. But you do raise a pretty good point, too, that that base isn't really, the most undefendable base in StarCraft 2. It's still in a pretty good spot. It's surrounded on 3 sides. You can blink up into it if you want to, and I think, 6-gate blink wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think there's going to be a 7-gate
+1 gates right there. But yeah, that's going to hit a lot faster, and so it might serve CoCa a bit better. And yep, there it is, 7 gates in total here.
All right.
Or 6 gates in total here. Or
no, it is 7.
It is 7. Okay.
Yep, 100%. So
never claimed I could count.
Oh, and all right, I heard something else get put down. I wondered if it was going to be that 8 gate.
It was a pylon.
It was.
Uh-oh.
He's making a pylon.
He's getting more supply.
Oh, God. Whatever will he do with that but make more units?
That's right. Well, the Roach Warren coming up for CoCa now. I mean, he knows he's going to have to rush a little bit to get some offensive units out. There it is. 2 gas taken at the natural expansion and 1 at that hidden base. Well, quote-unquote hidden base. Lair really quickly, too. So we'll see. I mean, CoCa, knows that he has to defend quickly, but it's going to be kind of tough to defend that location. I mean, the choke is very narrow going into it. And the Zerglings don't see the probe in the pylon. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, man, these Zerglings have just been failing for CoCa all game long. I mean, he needs to take, whatever, Zerg entity makes spawning pools like the Eye Doctor or something, because clearly his Zerglings are having some vision issues this game.
That's right, guys. The Overmind needs contacts, and we'll see if Squirtle's able to punish this. Lair Tech just finishing up. We have our first few Roaches on the way. It looks like it's going to be a total of 15 when all of these end up spawning. So Squirtle trying to put on the hurt now. He's got a few Zealots warping in with that +1 attack, so he'll be able to tear through a ton of Zerglings.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 40 supply lead, but a lot of that is in workers, a lot of that is in Zerglings that are just going to be torn apart by those +1 Zealots, so that supply lead really doesn't matter. Oh, but he does manage to snipe the pylon. That does help, but there is another one coming in right now. Can he do it? Oh, he can't cancel the Stalkers warping in.
He cancels one of them, yeah, but the rest do survive. So the Zealots trying to chase away a few units off to the right. Now finally coming back to go after the Roaches on the left, and it looks like this pylon is going to finish.
Yep.
However, Squirtle's going to need a few more.
Yeah, he certainly will, and here comes some more Stalkers to try to kind of shore up the defense around that pylon. CoCa kind of buying his time, not really attacking all-out hardcore quite yet. He's got 8 Roaches finishing pretty soon here.
This position, because he decided to take his third here, actually is working out for him in a strange sort of way, because he sets up a natural flank with any units that pop out. And that's something that Squirtle has to contend with that he may not have had to if he was just going for a normal third.
Yeah, more Zealots warping in, and that is going to cause problems for the drones that were coming to fight here as well. But CoCa, so far, is chasing back those Stalkers a little bit. He wants to chase them far enough that he can focus down that pylon really quickly, but he's having a little bit of a hard time doing that. Still does have about a 40 supply lead right now, so things going about as well as they could, given the circumstances for CoCa.
Yeah, both these players controlling pretty well as well. I mean, CoCa, sparing no effort in getting his Roaches back. He's continuing to produce his upgrades behind this, as we see Roach speed is on the way, and Squirtle's numbers starting to go down a little bit here.
That's right. CoCa's done a really good job of microing on 2 fronts with this, pulling back the Roaches and the Lings away from those Zealots when he needed to, and he is actually going to hold here. Wow, holding is Slayer's CoCa. That is actually amazing, man. I mean, he just controlled those Roaches so well, and GG from Squirtle. He was all in, so that is it.